How did Palpatine kill Darth Plagueis? There are many videos out there that talk about his death, however they don't really explain anything besides him actually dying. Before I read the Darth Plagueis book, I watched a few videos on his death, and I came out of those videos confused. So in this video, I'm going to break it down and explain his death for someone who hasn't read the book. Before we jump into things, all this information comes from the Darth Plagueis book. If you notice, this book is Legends. However, it wasn't Legends during the George Lucas Star Wars. Disney made this book Legends. However, to me, and the majority of Star Wars fans, this book is canon in our minds. Okay, let's get started. So here is some background information that's certainly important to understand. Many fans who haven't read the book believe Palpatine killed Plagueis way before the Phantom Menace. However, this is untrue. Plagueis was alive throughout the majority of the Phantom Menace. The night Plagueis died was the same day that Padme's decoy called for a vote of no confidence in Chancellor Valorum. So that was pretty far into the movie, and Plagueis was actually watching this entire event in the Senate unfold from a distance away. So here is where things get started. After the vote of no confidence, Palpatine and Plagueis go for a grand meal out in public. Many reporters were surrounding them eating because Palpatine would be the next chancellor. Palpatine would become the chancellor the following day. After their dinner ended, Plagueis and Palpatine attended an opera. If you're confused about what this is, a good reference would be the opera Palpatine and Anakin were at during Revenge of the Sith. It could possibly be the same opera. Similarly to Revenge of the Sith, Palpatine and Plagueis get a private viewing box. However, reporters and tons of people are swarming Palpatine, giving him handshakes and congratulating him. As all this happens, Plagueis sits in the private box viewing area and starts drinking wine. This is important for later. Palpatine returns to the box. They watch the opera and Plagueis keeps drinking as he's so excited that this is happening. You may be wondering why Plagueis is so excited that Palpatine is becoming Chancellor. I will get to that in a second. So the opera ends, and Palpatine and Plagueis leave. Plagueis recently began living in Coruscant because his secret lair, where he was conducting experiments, was destroyed by criminal organizations. Another quick thing to mention is that Plagueis, about 10 years prior, was almost assassinated on Coruscant to extremely well-trained bounty hunters. Plagueis used the Force to keep himself alive and barely lived. Palpatine rescued him, and Plagueis was suffering with serious injuries. Now, at the time when Palpatine and him were at the opera, he was almost completely healed of these injuries, beside the fact that he had to wear an oxygen mask at all times. So, back to the story. Plagueis invites Palpatine to his penthouse in Coruscant. However, this information is not made public, and no one knows of this except the two of them. Palpatine arrives at the penthouse, and a pretty intoxicated Plagueis gives his extremely highly trained guards, called the Sun Guards, the night off. Now he and Palpatine sit in the penthouse. First, they discuss how far they've come in their master plan. Palpatine talks about how as soon as he gets elected Chancellor, he will make Plagueis co-Chancellor so they can further their goals. As Palpatine goes over the speech he will give to the Senate, Palpatine requests that Plagueis' droid hands out wine to the both of them. Palpatine and Plagueis both drink a glass, and Plagueis has already been drinking a ton before. Palpatine goes over his speech again and again, trying to perfect it, and each time he orders more drinks for the two of them. Plagueis, extremely tired and intoxicated, orders Palpatine to leave because he must rest. Palpatine insists that it is their big day and they should be celebrating and practicing for his speech tomorrow. So Palpatine gets another round of drinks for the both of them. Plagueis is now slumped on the couch, barely keeping his eyes open. Now Palpatine starts talking about how smart Plagueis is and how he is the best Sith, and it's only because of Plagueis' master plan that all this can happen. Plagueis then tells Palpatine that he is the best apprentice for the future of the Sith, and together they will control the galaxy. Palpatine agrees and decides it's time to head out. As Palpatine gets his robe on and is preparing to leave, Plagueis' eyes finally close as he is asleep. Palpatine now knows all the Sith plans. He knows about the clone plan and has all of Plagueis' secrets. Palpatine turns from the door he was just about to exit and looks at Plagueis, and then in an instant starts shooting Plagueis with lightning bolts. He gives a speech as he kills Plagueis about how wise Plagueis was except for being able to stay alive. He explains he needs nothing more from Plagueis. Plagueis falls on the floor, seeming to be unconscious. However, all of his years of research and pursuit to live forever had Plagueis trying to collect all his midichlorians to save his death. However, he is too slow and too late, and dies. Palpatine frames the incident as Plagueis' oxygen mask failing, and he leaves to be the next Chancellor of the Republic. So that's how Plagueis died. And once again, this comes from the Darth Plagueis book, which is truly an amazing book, and I implore everyone to check the book out. I think one question that's talked about a lot is why did Palpatine take so long to kill Plagueis? Well, this happens for many Sith Masters and Apprentice in the rule of two. In general, the apprentice usually waits a long time before they kill their master. Well, why? Each case has a different reason. However, there are two underlying reasons apprentices wait so long to kill their masters. Well, the first one is they're afraid to get beat. The apprentice always wants to kill the master, but they never know if they're powerful enough to get the job done. They constantly question if their abilities can tower over their masters. Now, the second reason is the apprentice has to wait until they know all their master's secrets. This is not only secrets about the revenge of the Sith, but also just secrets about the Force they may not know. Plagueis told Palpatine about his entire plan with the clones about a year before his death. Now, if Palpatine knew all the secrets, why didn't he kill him then and there? Well, that's where we come back to the first reason. Palpatine simply didn't believe he could kill him one-on-one. That is why he waited for him to be fully drunk and almost passed out. I hope this video gave some analysis on not only why Palpatine killed Plagueis, but also cleared up Plagueis' involvement in the grand plan. Have a great day.
Better days are gonna get better. I'm so happy